Good morning, students. Today I am going to say about thermodynamic process from the chapter Heat and Thermodynamics. The chapter name is Heat and Thermodynamics. The topic name is thermodynamic process. Right. What is a thermodynamic process? Very simple. Thermodynamic process is a passage of a thermodynamic system. A thermodynamic process is a passage of a thermodynamic system from an initial state to final state of a thermodynamic equilibrium. So thermodynamic process is a passage of a thermodynamical system from an initial state to final state of thermodynamic equilibrium. So thermodynamic process is a passage of a thermodynamical system from an initial state to final state of thermodynamic equilibrium. Right. Passage means connecting way. And thermodynamical system is nothing but, for example, gas. And thermodynamic equilibrium means a system is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium if the system is in thermal, mechanical and chemical equilibrium with respect to surrounding. Then the system is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium. Right. So once again, thermodynamic process is nothing but a passage of a thermodynamic system from an initial state to final state of thermodynamic equilibrium. Right. And there are different types of thermodynamic process. They are, first one, isothermal process, and second, adiabatic process, and third, isobaric process, and fourth, isogoric process, and last one is the cyclic process. So these are different types of thermodynamic process, right? The types of thermodynamic process are isothermal process, adiabatic process, isobaric process, isogoric process, and finally cyclic process, right? First we go for isothermal process. Isothermal process. An isothermal process is nothing but a thermodynamic process which takes place at constant temperature. A thermodynamic process which takes place at constant temperature is known as isothermal process. Or on the other hand, when a gas undergoes a compression or expansion at the constant temperature, then the process is called isothermal process. Right? When a gas undergoes either compression or expansion at a constant temperature, then the process is called isothermal process. Right? Or a thermodynamic process which takes place at a constant temperature is known as isothermal process. In isothermal process, temperature is a constant. Right. Suppose let us consider a cylinder with conducting walls and conducting bottom. So this is a cylinder, okay, which consists of conducting walls and conducting bottom, right? And it contains any one of the ideal gas, Suppose the amount of gas is taken as mu mole, right? So there is a cylinder with conducting walls and conducting bottom, which containing one of the ideal gas. The amount of ideal gas in the cylinder is mu moles, right? And there is a frictionless piston is attached to the cylinder like this, right? This is also conducting in nature. So walls conducting and bottom of the cylinder also conducting and piston also conducting. This cylinder contain an ideal gas, mu moles of ideal gas, right? Suppose the piston is pressed downwards slowly, and one more thing, the isothermal process is a slow process. It is a slow process. Now the piston is pressed downwards slowly. When the piston is pressed downwards slowly, the gas gets compressed. Right? When the gas gets compressed, its volume is decreases and pressure value is increases. If the piston is pressed downwards slowly, so the gas gets compressed so that its volume becomes decreases and the pressure becomes increases. Right. So due to the slow process, the temperature of the gas remains constant. Temperature of the gas or temperature of the system remains constant. Right. So there is a sufficient time to exchange heat from the system to the surrounding. So that is why the temperature of the system remains constant, right? Such kind of thermodynamic process is called isothermal process. Okay, this type of isothermal process is called isothermal compression. In isothermal compression, the volume of the gas decreases and the pressure of the gas increases, but the temperature of the gas remains constant. And also the internal energy of the gas is denoted by U. The internal energy of the gas also constant. This is because the internal energy of the gas depends on the temperature of the gas. Depends on temperature of the gas. Since the temperature of the gas is constant in isothermal process, so the internal energy of the gas also constant, right? So what about the change in temperature and the change in internal energy? Change in temperature and change in internal energy is equal to 0. Since the temperature is constant, therefore change in temperature value is 0. Internal energy of the gas is constant, so change in internal energy value also 0. So during isothermal compression, volume of the gas decreases, the pressure increases, temperature and internal energy of the gas remains constant. Therefore, change in temperature and change in internal energy of the system is 0. Change in internal energy process is called isothermal compression. Right. Suppose the piston is allowed to move upwards by using or by supplying some heat energy to the system. By supplying heat energy to the system, the piston moves upwards. Right. Suppose if the piston is moved upwards, volume of the gas increases, pressure value decreases. Right. So when the heat energy is supplied to the system slowly, the piston moves upward direction slowly. So during the slow process or due to this slow process, okay, now also the temperature of the gas remains constant. So now also temperature is constant. And this isothermal process is called isothermal expansion. if the heat energy is supplied to the system in order to move the piston upward direction, if the piston is to move upward direction, the volume of the gas in the cylinder is increases, whereas the pressure decreases. Due to the slow process, the temperature of the gas is remains constant and internal energy of the gas also constant. Internal energy of the gas also constant. Once again, the change in temperature and the change in internal energy of the system is zero. Change in internal energy of the system is zero. And such type of isothermal process is called isothermal expansion. Right? So comparison, in isothermal compression, volume decreases, the pressure increases, the temperature constant. In isothermal expansion, volume increases, the pressure decreases and the temperature is constant. So in isothermal process, the temperature is always constant. There are two types of isothermal process, isothermal compression and isothermal expansion. Isothermal expansion, right? And next, equation of a state or ideal gas equation is given by PV is equal to mu RT. PV is equal to mu RT. Here P pressure of the gas, V volume of the gas, and mu the number of moles of the gas, and R gas constant or universal gas constant. Universal gas constant value is 8.31 joule mole inverse Kelvin inverse and T temperature of the gas. So this is ideal gas equation or equation of state. Equation of state, right? And equation of state for isothermal process. Isothermal process PV is equal to constant. The equation of state for isothermal process is PV is equal to constant. For a given gas, the amount of gas value is constant, that is mu value is a constant. R is universal gas constant. In isothermal process, the temperature is also constant. So that is why the equation of state for isothermal process is PV is equal to constant. PV is equal to constant. Or P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Right? Or P is inversely proportional to V. P is inversely proportional to V. That is, the pressure of the gas is inversely proportional to volume of the gas if the temperature of the gas is a constant. Right? So this is called Boyle's law. So Boyle's law can be applicable for isothermal process. In isothermal process, equation of state is PV is equal to constant, or P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, or P is inversely proportional to V. So this condition is only applicable for the temperature of the system remains constant. So according to Boyle's law, at a constant temperature, the pressure of the gas is inversely proportional to volume. So isothermal process obeys Boyle's law, right? And the equation of state PV is equal to constant in the case of isothermal process, right? Yeah. PV diagram is also called indicator diagram. Indicator diagram. PV diagram means a graph is drawn between the pressure of the gas and volume of the gas is known as a PV diagram. A graph is drawn between pressure of the gas and the volume of the gas is known as a PV diagram or indicator diagram. The use of a PV diagram or indicator diagram, to calculate work done during the thermodynamic process. Work done during the thermodynamic process. So PV diagram is used to measure or used to calculate work done during thermodynamic process. In all the thermodynamic process, right? So PV diagram for isothermal process is like this. Here the volume of the gas is taken along the x-axis and the pressure of the gas is taken along the y-axis. The graph so obtained is called PV diagram. PV diagram. For isothermal process, the nature of a PV diagram is like this. Right. So this is initial state A of V1 comma P1. This is final state, and A of V2 comma P2. Right. So this is initial volume, and this is final volume, and this is initial pressure, and this is final pressure. Final pressure of P2. So this is P1. Right. So in this process, the final volume is greater than initial volume. Final volume is greater than initial volume, and final pressure is lesser than initial pressure. Final pressure is lesser than initial pressure, and this, isothermal process is called isothermal expansion. Isothermal expansion. So in isothermal expansion, the final volume is greater than initial volume, whereas the final pressure is lesser than initial pressure. Right. So this isothermal process is called isothermal expansion. Right. Here, the area under the curve of PV diagram gives this area gives work done during the isothermal expansion. So work done during the isothermal expansion is equal to area under the PV diagram. This curve is called isotherm. Isotherm or isothermal curve or isotherm. The nature of the graph attained from the isothermal process is called isotherm or isothermal curve. Right. In this diagram, the final volume is more than initial volume, so that is why this isothermal process is called isothermal expansion. Right. The area under this curve gives work done during isothermal expansion. Work done during isothermal expansion. Right. And for isothermal compression, the nature of the graph is the same as that of isothermal expansion, but the arrow mark is upwards. So this is initial state, A of V1 comma P1, and this is final state, so B of V2 comma P2. This is initial volume, and this is final volume, and this is initial pressure, this is final pressure. Here the final volume is less than initial volume, and the final pressure is more than initial pressure. So that is why this isothermal process is called isothermal compression. Right. In isothermal expansion, the arrow mark is downwards, whereas in isothermal compression, the arrow mark is upwards. Right. Here also, the area under the curve gives work done during the isothermal compression. Area under the PV diagram or PV graph gives work done during isothermal compression and also isothermal expansion. Right. So equation of state, PV is equal to constant. So this is the PV diagram in the case of isothermal process. Right. Next, first law of thermodynamics for isothermal process. First law of thermodynamics. To first law of thermodynamics, the amount of heat energy given to the system is equal to sum of work done by the system and the change in internal energy of the system. Right? According to first law of thermodynamics, the amount of heat energy given to the system is equal to work done by the system and the change in internal energy of the system. Or the amount of heat energy supplied by the system is equal to work done on the system and change in internal energy of the system. If the heat energy is given to the system, here W is work is done by the system. And del U change in internal energy of the system. Suppose if the amount of heat energy is supplied by the system to the surrounding, then here W is work done on the system, work done on the system, and del U same change in internal energy of the system. So according to first law of thermodynamics, the amount of heat energy is equal to sum of work done and the change in internal energy. Sum of work done and the change in internal energy. Right. Okay, we know that in isothermal process, temperature and change in internal energy of the system is constant. Therefore, change in temperature and the change in internal energy value is 0. Change in temperature and the change in internal energy value is 0. Or one more formula for change in internal energy, del U is equal to mu into Cv into del T. The change in internal energy of the system is given by the formula del U is equal to mu into Cv into del T. Right here, mu number of moles and C suffix V the molar specific heat capacity of the gas at a constant volume, and del T change in temperature. Change in temperature. Right. Here change in temperature is 0. So therefore change in internal energy value also 0. Change in internal energy value also 0 in isothermal process. Right. Substitute the change in internal energy is 0 in the first law of thermodynamics equation. Then we can get Q is equal to W. That is, the amount of heat energy supplied by the system is equal to work done by the system, or the amount of heat energy supplied by the system is equal to work done on the system. Work done on the system. Okay, since change in internal energy value is 0. So this is first law of thermodynamics in the case of isothermal process. Right. And next, work done during isothermal process. Work done during isothermal process. Right. The general expression for work done or work done in terms of change in volume is given by W is equal to integration of P into dV. W is equal to integration of P into dV. The limit is taken from initial volume V1 to final volume V2. So this is work done formula in terms of change in volume. Change in volume. Right. And ideal gas equation PV is equal to mu RT. In the case of isothermal process, PV is equal to constant. PV is equal to constant, or P is equal to mu RT divided by V. Substitute P is equal to mu RT divided by V here. Then after integration we can get 2.3026 mu RT ln of V2 divided by V1. So put P equal to mu RT divided by V here. Then mu RT values are constant. So constant values we can't integrate. Therefore dV divided by V is nothing but log V, or log E, log base E. If the log base E can be converted into log base 10 by multiplying the value 2.3026. Therefore, work done during isothermal process is given by W is equal to 2.3026 mu RT ln or log V2 divided by V1. V2 divided by V1. So this is work done formula in the case of isothermal process. Right. In isothermal compression, final volume is less than initial volume. Final volume is less than initial volume. V2 is less than V1 in isothermal compression. Isothermal compression. The final volume is less than initial volume in isothermal compression. Therefore, V2 divided by V1 value is less than 1. V2 divided by V1 value is less than 1. Right. Then, ln V2 divided by V1 value is less than 0. That is, work done value is negative. Work done value is negative. In isothermal compression, the work done value is negative. Work done value is negative because generally there is a sign convention. Work done on the gas, okay, must be taken as a negative. Work done on the gas must be taken as a negative, and work done by the gas can be taken as a positive. Here in this equation, V2 is less than V1 in the case of isothermal expansion. So V2 divided by V1 value is less than 1. Therefore, ln V2 divided by V1 value definitely less than 0. Less than 0 value, 0 means negative value. So work done value is negative in isothermal isothermal compression. Right. And next in isothermal expansion, final volume is greater than initial volume. Then V2 divided by V1 value is greater than 1. Therefore, ln V2 divided by V1 is greater than 0. Ln V2 divided by V1 is greater than 0. So, work done value is positive. So, work done is positive during isothermal expansion. This is because work is done by the system in the case of isothermal expansion. But in isothermal compression, work is done on the gas. The work done on the system, is taken as a negative, and work done by the system is taken as a positive. So in isothermal expansion, work done is positive. In isothermal compression, the work done is negative, right? And work done during isothermal process can also be calculated from the PV diagram. Already I told. Already I told the work done during isothermal process can be calculated from the PV diagram. That is by measuring the area under the curve of a PV diagram. And the expression for work done and general expression for work done during isothermal process is W is equal to integration of P into dV. So after integration, we can get W is equal to 2.3026 mu RT ln V2 divided by V1. Mu number of moles or universal gas constant, and T temperature. In isothermal process, the temperature is a constant. Ln or log V2 divided by V1. Here V2 final volume and V1 is initial volume. So this is work done expression, right? So equation of state for isothermal process, PV is equal to constant. And first law of thermodynamics for isothermal process, Q is equal to W, because the change in internal energy value is 0. And equation for work done during isothermal process is W is equal to 2.3026 mu RT ln V2 divided by V1. In isothermal compression, work done value is negative. In isothermal expansion, work done is positive. Work done is positive. Right? So this is for about isothermal process. Next thermodynamic process is adiabatic process. Adiabatic means nothing passes through. Adiabatic means nothing passes through. Right. So adiabatic process means a process in which pressure, volume and temperature of the system is changed. Pressure, volume and temperature of the system is changed in such a manner that there is no heat is enters or leaves the system. Right. So adiabatic process is nothing but a process in which pressure, volume and temperature of the system is changed, and in such a manner that during the change no heat is enters the system or leaves the system. No heat is enters the system or leaves the system. So for adiabatic process, the amount of heat energy given to the system or amount of heat energy given out by the system is 0. Adiabatic process. Right. Again, we consider a cylinder, but a non-conducting walls and non-conducting bottom. Right. These two are non-conducting walls and this is non-conducting bottom. Right. The cylinder containing mu moles of ideal gas, and there is a piston. So this is also non-conducting, which is exactly fitted with the cylinder like this. Right. Now the piston is pressed downwards suddenly. Here adiabatic process is fast process. Fast process or sudden. Right. Sudden process or fast process. Isothermal process is a slow process, whereas adiabatic process is a sudden process. Sudden process. Right. Here the piston is pressed downwards suddenly, so that the volume of the gas is decreases, pressure of the gas is increases, temperature of the gas also increases, and the internal energy of the gas also increases. Internal energy of the gas also increases. Right. So there is no sufficient time to exchange of heat between a system and the surrounding, because the system is completely insulated. No heat energy is travels from a system to surrounding. That is, the amount of heat energy supplied by the system is zero. And this type of adiabatic process is called adiabatic compression. Adiabatic compression. Here, in adiabatic compression, volume of the gas decreases, pressure increases, temperature increases, and the internal energy of the gas also increases. But there is no heat flows from system to surrounding. And this adiabatic process is called adiabatic compression. Adiabatic compression, right? Suppose if the piston is allowed to move upwards by using only the internal energy of the gas. By using only the internal energy of the gas, right? So by using internal energy of the gas alone, the piston in this system is made to move upward direction. Suppose if the piston is move upwards, the volume of the gas increases, whereas the pressure, temperature, and the internal energy of the gas is decreased. Internal energy of the gas is decreases, right? And there is no heat enter the system from the surrounding, right? So this type of adiabatic process is called adiabatic expansion. Adiabatic expansion. In adiabatic expansion, no heat is enters the system from the surrounding, and volume of the gas is increases, pressure decreases, the temperature decreases, and the internal energy of the system also decreases. In adiabatic compression, no heat leaves from the system, and volume of the gas is decreases, the pressure increases, temperature increases, and the internal energy of the gas also increases. Right. So there are two types of adiabatic process: adiabatic compression and adiabatic expansion. So during adiabatic process, no heat leaves the system or no heat enters the system, but the volume, pressure, temperature, and the internal energy of the system is changes. Such kind of thermodynamic process is called adiabatic process. Right. Next, equation of state for adiabatic process. Equation of state for adiabatic process: PV power gamma is equal to constant. Right. So this is the first equation. So equation of state for adiabatic process in terms of pressure of the gas and volume of the gas is PV power gamma is equal to constant, where P pressure of the gas and V volume of the gas and gamma adiabatic exponent. Adiabatic exponent. Adiabatic exponent. Adiabatic exponent is nothing but the ratio of molar specific heat capacity of the gas at the constant pressure to the molar specific heat capacity of the gas at the constant volume, where nu is adiabatic exponent. The formula for adiabatic exponent nu is equal to Cp divided by Cv, where Cp molar specific heat capacity of the gas at a constant pressure and Cv molar specific heat capacity of the gas at a constant volume. What is molar specific heat capacity? Molar specific heat capacity means the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of gas, to raise the temperature of 1 mole of gas through 1 Kelvin at a constant pressure. And molar specific heat capacity at a constant volume means the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of gas through 1 Kelvin at a constant volume. So Cp and Cv are molar specific heat capacity of the gas at a constant pressure and a constant volume. By taking these two values ratio, that gives adiabatic exponent. Adiabatic exponent is represented by nu, right? So equation of state, one of the equation of state for adiabatic process is PV power gamma is equal to constant, right? And second one, T V power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. Right, so this is also equation of state for adiabatic process in terms of temperature of the gas and volume of the gas. Temperature and volume of the gas. Right, or T1 V1 power gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 V2 power gamma minus 1. Here P1 V1 power gamma is equal to P2 V2 power gamma. Right, and third one, T power gamma and P power 1 minus gamma is equal to constant. Or T1 power gamma, P1 power 1 minus gamma is equal to T2 power gamma and P2 power 1 minus gamma. So there are three equations of state for adiabatic process. They are PV power gamma equal to constant. Second, T into V power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. And the third one, T power gamma and P power 1 minus gamma is equal to constant. So these are equation of states for adiabatic process. Right. And next to PV diagram or indicator diagram for adiabatic process, that is adiabatic compression and adiabatic expansion. And PV diagram for adiabatic expansion is like this. Expansion. Adiabatic expansion. So this is initial state A of V1, P1 and T1, and this is final state B of V2, P2, T2, right? And this is final volume V2, and this is initial volume, and initial pressure P1 and final pressure. So during adiabatic expansion, the volume of the gas is increases, whereas the pressure of the gas is decreases. But in isothermal compression, volume of the gas is decreases, whereas the pressure of the gas and the temperature and internal energy of the gas is increases. So PV diagram for adiabatic compression is like this. So this is initial state A of V1, P1, T1, and this is final state. So B of V2, P2, T2. So initial volume is more than final volume, and initial pressure is less than final pressure. So that is why this adiabatic process is called adiabatic compression. The nature of the PV diagram for isothermal process and adiabatic process is almost same. The only difference is that in adiabatic process the PV curve is steeper than isothermal process. So that is the main difference between the PV diagram of adiabatic process and the isothermal process. But the nature of the graph for both isothermal process and adiabatic process is almost same, right? So for adiabatic process, the curve of PV diagram exists like this. Okay, for isothermal process, it is like this. It is almost flat, but it is bent vertically downwards. Adiabatic process. But in isothermal process, the curve is almost flat. But nature is almost the same. Right. So these two are the PV diagram for adiabatic expansion and adiabatic compression. Right. And next, the first law of thermodynamics for adiabatic process. First law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics for adiabatic process. Right, Q is equal to W plus del U. In adiabatic process, Q is equal to 0. Therefore, W is equal to minus del U, or del U is equal to minus W. Right. First law of thermodynamics for adiabatic process is W is equal to minus del U, or del U is equal to minus W. Right here, the negative sign indicates during isothermal expansion, the internal energy of the system is lost. During adiabatic expansion, the internal energy of the system is used to lift the piston upward direction. So the internal energy of the gas is lost. It is indicated by negative sign. But during adiabatic compression, work is done on the gas. Generally, work done on the gas should be taken as a negative. Work done by the gas is taken as a positive. Okay, so this is in the case of adiabatic compression. In adiabatic compression, work is done on the gas, so that is why there is a negative sign. And this is for adiabatic expansion. In adiabatic expansion, the internal energy of the gas is lost, so that is why there is a negative sign. So in the first law of thermodynamics, Q is equal to W into del U. In adiabatic process, the amount of heat energy enters the system or leaves the system is 0. By substituting Q is equal to 0 in this equation, we can get W is equal to minus del U, or del U is equal to minus W. The negative sign indicates the internal energy is lost by the system during adiabatic expansion, and the work is done on the gas during adiabatic compression. Right. So this is the first law of thermodynamics for adiabatic process. Right. And next, work done during adiabatic process. Right. And expression for work done during adiabatic process. First, general equation W is equal to integration of P into dV. The limit is taken from V1 to V2. For adiabatic process, PV power gamma is equal to constant. PV power gamma is equal to constant. Right. Or P is equal to constant divided by V power gamma. Right. Now substitute P is equal to constant divided by V power gamma in this equation, and after integration we can get W is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus gamma of P2 V2 minus P1 V1. So after simplification or after integration, the final expression for work done during adiabatic process is W is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus gamma of P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Right. Or W is equal to 1 divided by gamma minus 1 of P1 V1 minus P2 V2. W is equal to 1 divided by, if we take 1 divided by gamma minus 1 means P1 V1 minus P2 V2. If the expression, if in the work done expression 1 divided by 1 minus gamma is taken means, then okay, P2 V2 minus P1 V1. right? P1 V1, right? We know that PV is equal to mu RT, ideal gas equation, right? But therefore P1 V1 is equal to mu R into T1. PV is equal to mu RT, ideal gas equation, right? If the pressure is taken as a P1 and volume is V1 and the temperature is a T1 means, then the ideal equation for that case P1 V1 is equal to mu R T1. Similarly, P2 V2 equal to mu R into T2. Mu R into T2. Right. Now, substitute P1 V1 is equal to mu R T1 and P2 V2 is equal to mu R T2 in this equation. Then, work done W is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus gamma of mu R into T2 minus mu R into T1. Right, mu R common, so take outside. Therefore, mu R divided by 1 minus gamma of T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1. Right. Or mu R divided by 1 minus gamma minus 1 of T1 minus T2. Or done formula for adiabatic process, W is equal to mu R divided by gamma minus 1 of T1 minus T2, or W is equal to mu R divided by 1 minus gamma of T2 minus T1. So this is in terms of change in temperature, work done formula. In terms of pressure volume, the work done equation is W is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus gamma of P2 V2 minus P1 V1, or W is equal to 1 divided by gamma minus 1 of P1 V1 minus P2 V2. So this is work done formula in the case of adiabatic process. And the work done during adiabatic process can also be calculated from PV diagram, of adiabatic process. How? By measuring the area under the curve of a PV diagram for adiabatic process, we can calculate what is the work done during adiabatic process. Right. Okay. Once again, adiabatic process is nothing but a process in which pressure, volume, and temperature of the gas is changed in such a manner that during the change, no heat enters the system or leaves the system. Q is 0 for adiabatic process, and T is 0 for isothermal process, and Q is 0 for adiabatic process. Right. And next, the equation of state for adiabatic process are 3. First one, P V power gamma equal to constant. Second one, T V power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. And the third one is T power gamma, P power 1 minus gamma is equal to constant. There are 3 equations of state. And work done expressions are W is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus gamma of P2 V2 minus P1 V1, or W is equal to 1 divided by gamma minus 1 of P1 V1 minus P2 V2. Right. Or W is equal to mu R divided by 1 minus gamma of T2 minus T1, or W is equal to mu R divided by gamma minus 1 of T1 minus T2. T1 minus T2. Right. So these are work done formulas. Right. Second process over. Next, isobaric process. A thermodynamic process which takes place at a constant pressure is known as isobaric process. A thermodynamic process which takes place at a constant pressure. Constant pressure is known as isobaric process. In isobaric process, pressure is a constant. For example, food is cooked in an open vessel. Food is cooked in an open vessel. When a food is cooked in an open vessel, the volume of the gas is increases, temperature of the gas is increases, the internal energy of the liquid, water also increases. But the pressure of the water is always a constant, which is equal to atmospheric pressure. Right? The best example for isobaric process, a food is cooked in an open vessel. In isobaric process, the pressure is constant. Right. And equation of state for isobaric process is equation of state PV is equal to mu RT. Right. or V is equal to mu R divided by P into T. Here mu number of moles of the gas and R universal gas constant and P is the pressure of the gas, right? So these all the three values are constant. So V is equal to constant into T, or V divided by T is equal to constant. So this is equation of state for isobaric process. V is directly proportional to temperature. The volume of the gas is directly proportional to temperature at constant pressure. Constant pressure. Right. And the equation of state for isobaric process is V divided by T is equal to constant, or V is directly proportional to temperature. And next to PV diagram for isobaric process is like this. So this is PV diagram for isobaric process. In isobaric process, the volume of the gases changes, but the pressure of the gas is always constant. So just a straight line which is parallel to the volume axis. Parallel to the volume axis. Right, so this is PV diagram. And next, first law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics for isobaric process is Q is equal to W plus del U. Q is equal to W plus del U, right? Or Q is equal to W formula integration of P into dV, and internal energy formula is mu CV into del T. Mu CV into del T, or Q is equal to, pressure is a constant in isobaric process, so P of V2 minus V1, the limit is V1 to V2, right, plus mu CV into del T, right, and Q formula is there, that is mu Cp into del T is equal to P of PV is equal to mu R into T, or P into del V is equal to mu R into del T, or P of V2 minus V1 is equal to mu R of T2 minus T1 or del T. Del T. Right, mu Cp into del T is equal to mu R into del T plus mu Cv into del T. So this is first law of thermodynamics for isobaric process. Mu number of moles, Cp mole of specific heat capacity at a constant pressure, and del T change in temperature, and R universal gas constant, and Cv mole of specific heat capacity at a constant volume. So this is a first law of thermodynamic condition for isobaric process, right? And next, work done during isobaric process is W is equal to integration of P into dV, general formula, limit V1 to V2, right? W is equal to pressure constant, so integration of dV is equal to V. By substituting a lower limit and upper limit, we can get V2 minus V1. So this is work done formula for isobaric process. And work done can also be calculated from the PV diagram by measuring the area under the curve. So work done is equal to area under the PV diagram. Or expression W is equal to P of V2 minus V1. So this is for about isobaric process. In isobaric process, the pressure is constant, volume, temperature, and internal energies are changes. And equation of state for isobaric process, V divided by T is equal to constant, or V is directly proportional to T. And this is a PV diagram for isobaric process. And first law of thermodynamics, the condition for isobaric process, mu Cp into del T, Q, the amount of heat energy given to the system or given by the system, is general expression mu Cp into del T, mu Cp into del T. And okay, mu R into del T, this is work done during isobaric process. And mu Cv into del T, change in internal energy of the system, change in internal energy of the system, right? And next process, isogoric process, isogoric process. Fourth one, isogoric process. Isogoric process. A thermodynamic process which takes place at a constant volume. A thermodynamic process which takes place at a constant volume is known as isogoric process. In isogoric process, the volume of the system or volume of the gas is constant. Volume of the system is constant. Example, a food is cooked in a vessel with a closed lid. With a closed lid. When a food is cooked in a vessel with a closed lid, the volume of the liquid remains constant. But the pressure changes, temperature changes, and the internal energy of the system also changes. So volume is a constant in isogoric process. Therefore, change in volume, volume is a constant. Volume is constant. Therefore, change in volume of the system is 0. Change in volume of the system is 0. Right. Equation of state for isogoric process is P is equal to mu R divided by V into T. From the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to mu RT, P is equal to mu R divided by V into T. In isogoric process, V constant, therefore P is equal to mu R divided by V into T, or P is equal to constant into T, or P is directly proportional to T, or P divided by T is equal to constant. So equation of a state for isogoric process, or P is proportional to T, or P divided by T is equal to constant. And next to PV diagram. For isogoric process is like this. PV diagram. So just a straight line which is parallel to the pressure axis or y axis. This is PV diagram. Next, first law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics for isogoric process. Right. First law of thermodynamics, Q is equal to W plus del U. W plus del U. Right. We know that work done is equal to integration of P into dV or del V. P into del V. In isogoric process, the volume of the gas is a constant. Therefore, change in volume is 0. Change in volume is 0. Right? Here, change in volume is 0. Therefore, work done value 0. So, change in volume and work done during isogoric process are 0. Right? To substitute W is equal to 0 in the first law of thermodynamic equation, we can get Q as equal to del U. That is, the amount of energy given to the system is completely converted into the change in internal energy of the system, or which is equal to change in internal energy of the system. So Q is equal to del W, del U. So this is for first law of thermodynamic equation for isogoric process. Right. And next, work done is 0 in isogoric process. Right. Once again, I list out all the work done formulas of thermodynamic, all the thermodynamic process. So first for isothermal process, work done formula W is equal to 2.3 mu RT ln V2 divided by V1 for isothermal process work done equation. Second, for adiabatic process work done formula W is equal to mu R divided by either gamma minus 1 or 1 minus gamma of T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1. But if you take nu minus 1 means then change in temperature becomes T1 minus T2. This is work done formula for adiabatic process. And third, work done formula for isobaric process, W is equal to P into V2 minus V1. W is equal to P of V2 minus V1. For isogoric process, work done value is 0. Work done is 0. Alright. And last one, cyclic process. Cyclic process. Right. Last process, cyclic process. If the initial state and the final state of the thermodynamic process is the same, then the process is called cyclic process. So cyclic process is nothing but a thermodynamic process in which the initial state and the final states are same. Right, in cyclic process, initial state is equal to final state. Final state. And next, during a cyclic process, the change in internal energy of the system is 0. Change in internal energy of the system is 0 because the initial energy and the final energy are equal. Because initial state is equal to final state in the case of a cyclic process, therefore initial energy is equal to final energy. Then the change in energy becomes 0. Change in energy 0. Right. Next, and work done during the cyclic process is equal to area under PV diagram. PV diagram. Right, for cyclic process, PV diagram, for example, like this: A, B, C, D. The process starts from A and A to B, then B to C, C to D, and D to A. So initial state and the final state is the same. So this is one of the thermodynamic processes called cyclic process. Cyclic process, right? So here the work done during cyclic process is equal to area under the PV diagram. Area under the PV diagram, right? Suppose if the cyclic process takes place along a clockwise direction, the work done should be taken as a positive. Work done should be taken as a positive. Suppose if the cyclic process takes place along anti-clockwise direction, then work done becomes a negative. Right? If the cyclic process takes place along clockwise direction, then work done is a positive. If it is anti-clockwise direction, the work done is negative. Work done is negative. So this is for about thermodynamic process. There are 5 different types of thermodynamic process. There are isothermal process, adiabatic process, and isobaric process, isogoric process, and the last one is cyclic process.